So we've been at Just Cats Marina for about a week now, and if you follow our videos, you know that we don't normally stay in marinas, but with all the project that we have to do for about a month or two, it just makes sense, and it's so much helpful to be tied up to a dock with power, tools, water, and all the good marina stuff. So while we're here, this video is gonna be more of a general update of all the plans that we have for the summer, and hopefully it will answer your questions.
So the biggest project we're going to tackle while we're here at the dock is installing this bad boy. That's right, we are putting an actual flushing head in the boat, and we're really excited about that. We've had a bucket with some sawdust in it, and for the last 2 years that's worked just fine. But it's a little hands-on, and we've realized that no one seems to care about holding tanks outside the United States. So we're installing this toilet. We'll be installing that in the next few weeks while we're here at the dock, and obviously we'll have more details in a following video, so stick around for those.
We've received so many emails in the past about having propane in our boat, and we understand the risk, and our boat was always well ventilated, so we were never too concerned about it. But we are going to be installing and testing our new alcohol stove from DOMETIC and some new Gosen stoves. So yes, we are pretty excited to not have propane in our boat at all.
One of the reasons we haven't installed lifelines on our boat is because we knew we needed to take that tow rail off first. And now that we've finished all this lovely fiberglassing work we did in the Rio, and nothing has leaked and nothing's cracked, that repair has worked perfectly. Now we're ready to finally put some new stanchions on for our rails that are gonna go all the way around the boat. We're also gonna be painting this part of the primer because it's all still just bare primer. And we're gonna be putting some Kiwi grip on here so we actually have non-skid, which is gonna make sailing in rough weather a little bit less scary.
Okay, now let's talk about our little girl Dory here. This thing has been with us for almost 4 years, basically since we got Uma, and as you remember, she sunk a couple times. And the reason why is because of these bolts right here. Every time they get underwater, they sink, and it's something that they fixed in the newer model because of the folding transom. But we've tried to fix it a couple times, and there's other places that she leaks, so there's only so much we can do to help her, and at some point she'd just have to retire.
As a lot of you guys may remember, we used that little 5-horse motor and side-tied our dinghy to Uma to push us up the Rio because we fried one of our lead-acid batteries, and we still haven't really fixed that battery. So when we came into Fort Lauderdale, we had to use the dinghy to push it again because we wanted to make sure that we had all of the power we needed to dock when we got here. But while we're here in Florida, we plan on upgrading to lithium-ion batteries so that we'll be able to motor a lot further without destroying our lead-acid batteries every couple of months.
One of the big questions we got is, how is our copper bottom holding? And to be honest, we don't know because we don't have anything to compare it to. So while we're here, we're gonna haul out, probably using that lift behind me, and we'll be able to slap some ablative paint on our hull and tell the difference. And then we'll test it out and see if it works better or worse than our DIY little mix that we did 2 years ago. But it's getting hot, so let's go in the office. Hi, Jean. This is taking your followers to work day, so giving you an inside scoop on where I do my editing and my minions. Minion number 1. Hi, Jen. Hi. Hi. And welcome, Kika's office. But first, I need to make myself some hot chocolate. I gotta say, having my own little office with air conditioning is really nice too, because I can get some editing done without too much distraction and without sweating too much too. Because here in Florida, it's summer right now and it's pretty hot. And speaking of summer, this summer we're planning on sailing north on the east coast of the United States.
And hopefully we'll be stopping in a few places and having a couple of meetups along the way.
Yeah, so we can meet with you guys and meet with our patron family, and this is gonna be a lot of fun.
God, the no-see-ums are so bad right now.
Yeah, it's insane.
During sunrise and sunset at the marina, the no-see-ums are terrible.
Which is why indoors are probably usually the best.
That's why we spend so much time in the office here.
I hope that we answered a bunch of your questions during this little update section of the video. And obviously we're going to have much more details in future videos, so
stay tuned for all those. I know it was a bit crazy. We mentioned a lot of things. I'm sure it raised a lot of questions, but we're going to be answering all those in detail in the following couple of videos while we get all this work actually done on the boat.
Yeah, but in the meantime, I think we should
need to go back
inside.
We're going to leave the camera out here, so enjoy the sunset. Enjoy the sunset. It's going to be nice.
Bye.
So this afternoon should be kind of fun. Our friend Pat and Michelle work for Leopard, and they're unloading about a dozen boats off of a container ship from South Africa today. And they invited me along to kind of help maneuver them and dock them and all that. So it should be pretty cool to see a bunch of catamarans uploaded off of a container ship. Ready to go?
We're ready to go. We're just going to take about $6 million worth of boats off a ship. Hey, everybody in the police van. What did they say 15 minutes ago? They said
at least like parts this time.
And that's it, we're on. Time to deliver this thing. Yeah, they're clear. We're on. Let's rock and roll. Well, that's it. The first boat of 9 is delivered. We might be at this all night, but they're pretty cool boats. They're big, and they're powerful, and they're easy to dock, especially with 3 people on board. Here comes another one.
All right, it's about 9 o'clock at night, and Dan just texted me saying that they just delivered the first boat, so they have a long way to go. So I'm going to take a break from editing, and I'm going to go help them out and help them deliver the rest of them.
Clear at the bow. Oh yeah, that's
Thank you.
Alright guys.
No, they gotta get
Oh
up.
yeah, they have to go. Nav lights and I think we're good to go, right?
Okay, we are on the last boat, and it's what, 1 o'clock in the morning?
1 o'clock in the morning and we finally get to deliver the last boat.
How many boats was it in total?
9 boats total, 4 sailing and 5 motor. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning and this is the last one on the dock.
Bye, thanks for the ride.
See you guys later.
Thanks for the help.
Not a problem.
Thank you for the help. Appreciate that.
You do have the key, right?
Alright, well, that was a successful mission. Pat just dropped us off at the Just Cat's office. Good thing that we have the key, because we can go back in. Good job, high five. You did an amazing
A lot easier
job.
than docking a monohull, that's for sure. But there was no like wind or anything, so that makes it easier. I'm tired. Oh, let's get some lights. Alright, it is like 2 o'clock in the morning and we're exhausted, so we're gonna pack up our stuff and go to bed. And we'll see you guys next week. Cheers.
This summer, we're going to... You just stop being yourself.
Dude, they're like in your nose.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, at sunset, in sunrise, the Nosians are insane.